students, myself Mr. Neelakanta Prasad GN. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video on YouTube. Today I am going to teach you the mathematics topic, that is the lesson probability of 10th standard ICSE syllabus. Students, please like, share and subscribe. Today let us discuss the new lesson probability. Let us see what is the meaning of probability and what are the terms related to probability. So generally we use the phrases like most likely, almost uncertain, most probably, no chance at all. So these terms we use generally when we are speaking with others. That means there may be a chance, so no chance at all, most likely we may get. So like this, these phrases we use generally. So the measure of uncertainty is called theory of probability. So uncertainty, it may happen, it may not happen. So that measure of uncertainty is called as theory of probability. So here in this lesson we are going to discuss the measure of uncertainty by taking some experiments, by conducting some experiments, that is tossing a coin, or it may be throwing a dice, like that. Now let us discuss about some basic terms and concepts of the lesson probability. Number one, first basic term is experiment. We should know what is meant by experiment. So to start with, it is a process which results in some well-defined outcomes. That means we have to start the process, that means we have to start an event. For example, when a coin is tossed, so we shall be getting either a head or a tail. Its outcome is head or a tail which is well defined. So that means, so we have to toss a coin, that is called a process, and we know what will be the outcome of that. That means whether it is head or tail. So that we call it as experiment. So the results, it is well defined. Example, a coin is tossed. Second one, random experiment. It means all the outcome of the experiment are known in advance, but specific outcome of the experiment is not known in advance. So experiment, we toss a coin, we know we may get head or tail, uncertainty, but specifically whether we get head or only tail we cannot guess. So that we call it as random experiment. In advance we cannot guess the specific outcome when an experiment is conducted. So experiment may be tossing a coin. It is a random experiment. So tossing a coin, we can say it is a random experiment because there are only two possible outcomes, that is head or a tail. So in that we don't know in well advance, or specifically we cannot say after the experiment we get the result head only or tail, we cannot guess in advance. So that we call it as random experiment. Experiment is conducted and the result is random. We cannot say specific outcome of the experiment. Third one, sample space. It is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. It is denoted by letter S. So when experiment is conducted, that is tossing a coin, and we cannot guess, or specifically we cannot say whether we get head or tail, but all possible outcomes when tossing a coin are head, tail. So it is denoted by letter S, that is S equal H, T. Or if we throw a dice or rolling a dice once containing 6 number, then we cannot guess the specific outcome whether we get 1 only or 2 only or 3 only, like that. Though all the possible outcomes of an experiment we call it as sample space, denoted by letter S, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is in the case of dice. So that is called sample space. Sample space means it is the possible outcome of all the things. That means when an experiment is conducted, we come across all possible outcomes. So that is set of possible outcomes, we call it as a sample space. Next, fourth one, an event. An outcome of a random experiment is called an event. So experiment is conducted, tossing a coin, and specifically we don't know, that is called as a random experiment, and the possible outcomes we will list, that is called sample space. And if we get the result of the experiment, a result of a random experiment or an outcome of a random experiment, we call it as an event. Example, on tossing a coin, getting head or a tail is an event of the experiment. Next, let us see the measurement of probability, that is a measurement of uncertainty, that is a chance. Measurement of a chance, we call it as a probability. The probability of an event. So event we have already defined is nothing but the outcome of a random experiment. The probability of an event denotes the likelihood of its happening. So that is P of E equals probability of the happening of an event E. So probability is nothing but an event, random experiment is conducted, and the outcome of an event, that is happening of an event, we call it as probability of an event. So P represent probability and E represent event. So P of E is equals to the ratio of number of favorable outcomes to the total number of all possible outcomes. So total number of all possible outcomes is nothing but the sample space, and the result of the outcome of an event we call it as number of favorable outcome. So this is the formula we use to find out the probability of an experiment. You can see example. One example, tossing a coin once and getting a tail. So here total number of outcomes are head or tail. So two outcomes, and favorable outcome in this is getting a tail. So that is the favorable, that is the result we want, that is what we get. Favorable outcome is getting a tail. Then number of favorable outcome is, so only one tail in the coin, so therefore favorable outcome is 1. Then probability P of E is equals to ratio of number of favorable outcome to the total number of all possible outcome. So number of outcome is, favorable outcome is only 1, that is getting tail, divided by possible outcome is 2, head or tail, so therefore by 2. P of getting a tail, probability of getting a tail is equals to 1 by 2. So now let us know about the important note regarding the lesson probability. So before going for the exercise, we must know some important terms. Number 1, complementary events. So that means two events, one event which occur, which gives the result, another event which is of non-occurrence, event of non-occurrence, event of occurrence. Event of occurrence denoted by letter E, and event of non-occurrence it will not occur, that is called E bar. These two are the complementary events. That means for any event E, the event of non-occurrence of E is called complementary event, that is denoted by E bar. So E bar is the complementary of event E. The sum of these two, occurrence of an event plus non-occurrence of an event, P of E and P of not E or E bar is equals to 1. That means sum of these two, occurrence and non-occurrence of event, is always equal to 1. So this rule we must know. Okay, sometime you need to find whether result appears, result does not occur. So some of those two we have to get 1. For example, an event, winning of an event, winning of not winning of an event, so always equals to 1. Third one, if probability of an event is 0, the event is called impossible event. That means the probability of an event, answer we get outcome as 0, then we can say that the event is impossible event. If the probability of an event, that means probability is 1, value of the probability is 1, ratio is 1, then we can say that the event is certain event, or it is also called sure event. Fifth one, the probability of any event can never be less than 0 or more than 1. This is very, very important. So that means for any event E, the value of the probability must be greater than or equal to 0. Value of probability must be greater than or equal to 0 or less than or equal to 1. So remember, event can never be less than 0 or more than 1. So the value what we get in the answer, the probability must be always greater than 0 or equal to 0. or less than or equal to 1. So this is very important. Next, let us go for the main exercise of the lesson, that is 25a. Problems are very simple, just knowing the formula and substituting it. So no high calculation, very big calculation. Question number 1. A coin is tossed once. Find the probability of number 1 getting a tile and second one not getting a tile. Clearly, total number of possible outcomes equals to, that means a coin containing two faces, head or tail. So therefore the possible outcome are head or maybe tail. That is two possible outcomes we can get. In that, question number 1 is getting a tile. So our favorable outcome, what we need is getting a tile. So the number of favorable outcome is 1, because when we toss a coin we need a tile. So therefore our favorable outcome is 1. So out of 2, a favorable outcome is 1. Therefore the formula P of E equals ratio of number of favorable outcome to the total number of possible outcome, that is P of getting a tile. When you toss a coin, the chance of getting a tile, that is measurement of an uncertainty of getting a tile, is nothing but 1 by 2. That means out of 2 there is one chance of getting a tile. Question 2, in that sub question, that is not getting a tile. So now event occurrence of an event plus non-occurrence of an event. So getting a tile is occurrence of an event and not getting a tile is non-occurrence of an event. These two are called complementary. Just now we discussed. So according to that we can write P of E plus P of not E equals 1. So these two are complementary. That is P of getting a tile plus P of not getting a tile is equals to 1. I have told you P of event plus P of not event is always equals to 1. P of getting a event we have calculated 1 by 2 plus P of not getting a tile is equals to 1. Then let us shift that 1 by 2 towards the right side. So that is 1 minus 1 by 2. Then in 1 if we remove off, we get P of not getting a tile, that is non-occurrence of an event, is again 1 by 2. That means not getting a tile is out of 2, there is one chance of not getting